everyone, my name's Steven. Quick review of this MOOSOO vacuum cleaner. So it's definitely some sort of competition for a Dyson. You can tell that they're copying or mimicking a lot of their, their quirks, and that is, a nice metal frame, really good feeling packaging. We just got this in the mail. I just wanted to do a quick unboxing to show you what you get in the mail, because pictures can be deceiving on the internet, but an amateur reviewer like myself I'm gonna be honest with what I see, especially with my crummy little iPhone filming this. So, comes with this top piece, which is, this is going to be your metal tube, I guess, your main tube. And it feels, one of my friends has a Dyson, it feels very similar to a Dyson. Maybe not as heavy, but then again, you don't want something that's super heavy. This is where it kind of clicks in, this is right there. And there's another click end on this side too. So that feels, like I said, just like a Dyson. I mean, nice metal components. I don't think that's plastic whatsoever other than on the tips. But a nice painted material as well. Going a little bit further, they have some screws or mounting, and that's going to be for mounting this thing on the wall, because it is a cordless vacuum. So it's nice to have like a dock almost for this item, so you don't, don't sit on the floor. It's just much more convenient to just dock it on the wall. So here is going to be your main little engine, I guess, that spins, right? There's also a filter in here as well. You can kind of tell it's a nice little HEPA filter. But again, this is all looking like, I think my friend has a Dyson V7 Absolute, and looks like an Absolute to me. But there's the container. You might think it looks small, but the Dyson one is just as small. It has a different type of latch, I think, on the Dyson, but this is just as easy, I think, is you just pop that off, and out goes your crumbs and stuff like that, dog hair, etc. And then it just comes with so much stuff. There's a lot packed in here. I mean, here is the powered hand tool. So there's, I'm assuming, some sort of little, not an engine, but something in here that makes this spin. So this is actually a spinning piece. So you don't have to use that big tube that we just looked at. You can just put this directly into the battery and have a little spin brush. This is perfect for cars, perfect for like stairs, places where you just don't want to have that big, huge stick. It'd be good for furniture as well. So nice that they include this. So going a little bit deeper, I mean, if you look in the box, it's just like a lot of stuff. So the thing is that it's packaged pretty well, and everything kind of has its like sleeves and everything for it. I'll show you that one more time. It's just like a box of stuff. So from a presentation standpoint, it's probably not the best thing in the world, but you're gonna be taking this out and installing it. So here's like a tool. So this is the classic one that vacuums have had for a long time, is that you can use this, and you can also push this one through and like use this as like a sweeper, and it still will suck. And then this is going to be an important part. It has the logo on it, and the logo looks really good. I've never heard of the brand, but there's a lot of good reviews on Amazon. This thing feels really good in the hand. There's a nice grip to it. On the side is going to be some sort of, this is matte rubber, and then this is just like a matte plastic that's very slick. So it's nice to actually have this red part right in here, so that when you're holding this, you have definitely some gripping ability. And then your little container is going to hook into here, and that will probably signal something that power is ready. And this is essentially your engine for this guy. There's a little bit of an O-ring or gasket on the top right there, and this snaps into place. You can kind of see where that snaps in when you put the wastebasket on, and then right here is how you release that too, is that button inside of there. And it feels good. It's a nice painted plastic button, but this is pretty light too. It's not like super heavy where you're going to be like huffing and puffing going up and down stairs. So looking at your tubes, another important part, this is a classic accessory just to get into corners, perfect for cars. Really a nice accessory to have. This is going to be your tube, I guess, that extends or expands this guy to be kind of a handheld for different applications. Like if you're going to use it in the car, you can certainly use this to get into weird tight areas. So nice that they include this. I mean, I'm telling you, they just include a million accessories with this. And then here's what your dock is going to look like, which is really cool that it includes this. So you don't it looks like you have to use the dock. I think it's kind of built in. I don't know if you can actually take, you might be able to take it apart if you don't want to use the dock, but here's your power brick, and then you just plop this guy in on the wall like that, and it's going to hold in due to this little nub right there. But I believe that's how it goes, is it hooks in here. So it's nice that that is obviously included. And then going into some additional stuff. Again, like it's just, like I said, it's loaded with a ton of different stuff. Here's your battery. So with the battery, it does add a little bit more weight, but it's not at that point where it's going to be super fatiguing. Like it's actually quite lightweight, but it's nice because like the Dysons are built in. With this, it's just a pop in there. You don't have to unscrew anything. So if you want, I'm assuming you can order more off the website, and then you can vacuum for 2 hours straight if you wanted to. I forget what the runtime is, but it's very comparable to a Dyson. A lot of Dysons are like 20 to maybe 45 minutes depending on the model. So if you want to get another lithium-ion battery, I'm assuming you can, and that's great that it's plug and play like this, so you don't have to mess around with unscrewing something, especially if the battery goes bad, because it will after a while. That's just what happens with batteries. I think we looked at every accessory except for, there's 2 more down here. Actually, there's 1 more. So it's another one perfect for a car probably, or upholstery. It's kind of hard to see with the plastic on it, but I'm going to keep it in the plastic until I actually need to use it. And then this is going to be, it looks exactly like a Dyson, I'm telling you. Motorized brush. I don't know about the slogan. It says make all our lives better. Like, that's okay. It's a little cheesy, but this is the part, I mean, all this stuff just feels high quality. Like, there's little ribs in here. This is a harder rib. This is a softer one in here. So that's going to definitely pick more up, and this is going to be do gentle for those types of things. This isn't going to hurt your floor whatsoever, especially if you have hardwoods like us. I don't know if you can see. We just got these installed down there. And this is going to be perfect for our flooring because it's nice and soft. There's little wheels on here that are made out of rubber, so nothing's going to scratch. I think they did a good job of making that nice and soft. And then, of course, that goes into your tube right there, and there's a free floating pivot hinge on here as well. And the last thing to look at are the instructions and maybe the warranty. So there's a 2-year limited warranty that comes with this in the box, and then here's the operating instructions. Of course, that's what it's going to look like. You can see on the Amazon page what it's going to look like, and that looks exactly like a Dyson. Comes with all your instructions that you need. It has a definition for what all the accessories are, how to put it together with visuals and nice big bullet points. Good feeling manual. So I think this is going to be a breeze when I put it together. So, anyways, here's what the box looks like one more time. It looks really good, really clean. Why did I not get a Dyson? Because I've heard too many bad things and they're too expensive. I think this cost half as much as a Dyson, so that's why I purchased this instead of one. If this is bad, then I will definitely return it, and there's a warranty period, so it makes me feel pretty confident that this is going to be a vacuum that I have for a while, I hope. But I stay away from Dysons because they're way too expensive, and there's a bunch of alternatives that look and feel exactly the same. So I hope that the suction power is good. If not, like I said, I mean, I'll just return this thing, but I'll make sure to leave a full review after a week. I'm just hoping and praying that this thing works because we have a dog and a cat, and we have a ton of hair and people coming in and out, so we're hoping that this is going to be the answer to our problems instead of plugging in something. That's the key here too, is that you don't have to plug anything in. You just make sure that it's charged, put it on its dock, and then whenever you need it, boom, grab it. You know, if people come in, if you have company over and there's a bunch of salt on the ground because it's winter, at least here in the Midwest, instead of lugging out the big Hoover that we're going to just donate, you know, you don't have to plug it in, don't have to lug out the big thing. You just grab this thing and it's super light. Boom, you vacuum, done. Put it back on the dock, and your house will be much more clean. So this paired with our robotic vacuum that we just purchased off Amazon, I think we're gonna have a much cleaner house and a much more fun time doing it. So, but I appreciate everyone's time. I hope that you found that this review was helpful. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. So appreciate everyone. Thank you.